This actually takes place back October 1st of 2004. It was my freshman year of college. And I decided, I was going to get out of my comfort zone. I was going to meet a lot of people, trying to figure out like who I was when I got to school. And my roommates and I were walking across campus to go get dinner. And as we're coming up to the front of the cafeteria, uh, I said to my friend, I said, man, there's this stunning looking woman standing over with this group of friends on the they had like a grassy area next to the cafeteria. And, ironically, she waves over to me and my friend. She goes, hey, do you guys want to come play a game? And I was like, okay. And she goes, do you guys want to play lap tag? And immediately freshman, guy going, oh, this is gonna be awesome. I don't know what this is, but yeah, lap tag, that sounds super fun. And it's not dirty. So the easiest way to explain it, it's duck, duck, goose. You have a person in the middle who's the player. You have an inside ring, that's the competitors, and the outside ring, who are your anti-partners. The person inside calls the name of people in that inside ring, and your anti-partner's job is to stop you from tagging the person and winning. I got cocky. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm a big guy. I can easily do this. So we played a couple of rounds, and we took a break for a little bit, and the girl who invited us all over was like, hey, after we're all done, we're going to go back to our dorm room, have a video game night, and watch Rocky Horror. And I was like, hell yeah, love that movie. This is great. Great looking girl. Why not? So we get ready to play the last round, and my anti-partner is a former Army Ranger. And I went, well, this is going to either go really good or it's going to go really bad. It went really bad. They called my name. He flipped me. I hit the ground. I felt the pop. My arm went numb. And I stood up and I said, something's not right. And I realized that my arm was at a very awkward position and I had dislocated my arm. So being from a medical family, I knew exactly what had gone on. I've dislocated things before. And I said, guys, I need to go to the hospital. I just dislocated my arm. And everybody said, no, you're fine. And I, again, being a medical family, pulled my arm and popped it back into place. And everybody heard that audible and they went, oh, you need to go to the hospital. So I go to the hospital. I am covered in mud. My friend who drove me wouldn't let me wear my dirty shoes in his car. So he put a blanket on the seat and I had to carry my shoes. He dropped me off at the ER and left. And I walk in the ER and I said, I'm pretty sure I just dislocated my arm. And they said, let's get you back in the ER. They got x-rays. They came back in like 20 minutes later. The doctor goes, yep, you dislocated, but whoever said it did a beautiful job. I said, oh, I said it. And he goes, oh, let's get you some painkillers because when your adrenaline runs out, you're going to go into shock and this is going to be really bad. So he comes back, gives me a handful of food. I take my, or a handful of pills. I take my pills. And I went, I didn't eat dinner. I haven't eaten since 8 o'clock this morning. This is going to be not good. I text my friend. I said, come pick me up at the hospital. I just took painkillers. This is not going to end well. So my same friend who dropped me off picked me up and then just dropped me back off on campus. Not at my dorm, on campus, and then went to work. Painkillers kick in. I have no idea where my dorm is. But I can remember the girl's room number who invited us all back to watch Rocky Horror. So I show up at her room. It's now 10 o'clock at night, completely out of my mind on painkillers. I knock on her door. She opens the door. There's like 5 or 6 people hanging out. I said, I'm just going to curl up on the floor for a little bit and go to sleep. And I laid down. I fell asleep on her floor for about 2 hours. Woke up, felt great. Arm still hurt like hell, but woke up and felt great. So proceeded to talk to this girl for the next couple hours. And I was like, oh man, this girl's great. Like I can't pass up this opportunity. So I immediately asked her out at like 2 o'clock in the morning, October 2nd. So, and 2 days later, she was asked out by the friend who dislocated my arm. Of course, she said no because, we were already dating. So fast forward now, we've been married. It'll be 10 years in June, and our daughter will be turning 3 next month. So I may have lost that game horrifically, but I won an amazing wife, a phenomenal life, and the coolest little 3-year-old toddler that I've ever met in my life. And to answer questions that are thinking, yes, I do still talk to the Army Ranger. We are still friends. I just saw him summer before last. We still joke about the time he broke me, and my arm still clicks and pops every time it gets cold. So living in PA, it is horrible in the winter, but it makes for a good story. And my arm is roughly half an inch shorter on this side now than this side. So I definitely lost horrifically in that game, but I won the coolest prize, which has been, it's not prize, but the coolest part of my life has been my wife. So that is my story for win, lose, or draw. So no draw, but definitely a win and a lose.